these guys. Get them up there, bump, challenge those wide receivers.
Penn State brings 4. Complete again at the 15. That is Tyron Carrier. And a late flag comes in. First down catch for Carrier, but a penalty flag is down.
An eligible player downfield offense, number 64.
Together for this Penn State team. Suke is one of them.
They really have.
Second down and 6. As Houston is backed up now to the 30-yard line after the penalty. Keenum, deep drop, now steps up to throw, and it should have been caught, juggled at the 15-yard line by E.J. Smith. That'll bring up third down.
But yet another drop ball. That ball should have been completed here. It's like E.J. Smith a little more concerned with where his feet were on the field than catching the football. I think he thought he was closer to the sidelines. Couldn't come up with a catch.
This is pass number 40 for Case Keenum today, and it's complete. And it is going to be just short of the first down. Fourth down and 1. Tony Levine going for it here. Keenum throws incomplete. Broken up by Hodges. What a great defensive series. And the field goal unit comes out again.
Case Keenum on a fourth down and short. They stay to the air. You see the big mitt, just enough of that ball, just got enough of it was Gerald Hodges to throw off the accuracy of that pass to Patrick Edwards, which is also defended well on the outside by Lynn, number 8. It's interesting watching a team with 4th and inches go to the air.
Excuse me, of course, Penn State taking over here after the defensive stand. Bolden, hands off. Red picks up 3. Second down and 7. Tonight it's a top 5 duel between 2 of the game's most feared offensive weapons. Andrew Luck and Stanford taking on 3rd-ranked Oklahoma State in the Fiesta Bowl, Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. It's coming your way 8:30 Eastern time on ESPN. You can also get it on ESPN Radio, ESPN3, and streaming live on WatchESPN.com and the Watch ESPN app tonight at 8:30. Second down and 7. Penn State trying to capitalize on some momentum that they certainly got on that last scoring drive. Red, a gain of 3. It'll bring up third down.
And you really can see they're playing, Penn State is playing with more emotion. They're playing with a little more oomph in their step. Their blocks are getting better. The holes are getting bigger, and Bolden's throwing with more authority. This is a big third down for them, though, here. But 3rd and 4, very manageable for Bolden. Opens up the playbook a little bit. You can keep it on the ground and try to pound it. You work the short passing game.
Bolden just 2 completions today in 8 attempts. On 3rd and 4, throws to the outside, and almost jumping that route and taking it back the other way was Hayden, who has played outstanding football here in the half.
DJ Hayden's been all over the field. We talked about the short, quick passing game on 3rd and 4. Just trying to hit a quick out route. DJ Hayden almost had the pick 6, read it perfectly. Thing is, a defensive back is aware that it's 3rd and 4 too. He knows where the sticks are. He knows where you're trying to throw it, so you can get very aggressive. Was not concerned at all about getting beat deep, but a pretty impressive play on the outside nonetheless.
Edwards back to return this kick from Farah. This is punt number 6 for Farah today. Averages 42 yards per punt. Fair catch called for, but this is going to bounce and take a nice Penn State roll inside the 20-yard line.
I actually think Alabama's going to get the best of them with the rematch. Nick Saban, it's tough to beat him twice in a row.
Been pretty outspoken about Oklahoma State deserving to be playing in that game. Another completion for Keenum Gets it out to the 25-yard line, and a late flag comes in again.
Everybody on Houston's team was signaling for a face mask call there.
Ronnie Williams caught it, and then, yeah, it looked like Stupar got his hand in there to twist.
There is no foul for a face mask. There's only the plays of first down.
Well, it came in late. I thought it was pretty clear on the replay that he did get that face mask. But officials talked about it, felt otherwise.
So Keenum stepping up, throws on the run, has a man wide open. Patrick Edwards walks in for the touchdown. His second score today. Total breakdown in coverage by Penn State, leaving a man wide open. A 75-yard play. Edwards has 7 catches today for 200 yards, and that's his second touchdown. We're still in the first half. And now Hogan comes on for the extra point. And more penalty flags.
This Houston offense, you know, you look at all their statistics that they put up all year, and they're impressive, but when you watch it in person.
Offside. Defense. Penalties decline. Replay the try.
When you watch it in person, Clay, I mean, it's more impressive to see how they go about, how they do things, how they work the ball down the field, how they create these big plays.
And Penn State had a hard time simulating it in practice. Even though you get a month to prepare for the bowl game, it's hard to simulate this kind of speed in practice. And you see the Nittany Lions are really on their heels. Case Keenum, 28 of 43, 347 yards already.
Let's look at why this play was so wide open. Watch the safety. Here's the matchup. Watch what the safety does, though. He slips and falls down, and just that split second allows Edwards to get wide open down the field.
Chaz Powell from the 10-yard line. Nice cutback, finds a block, there's a marker down, gets to the 30, and that's where he is met, driven out of bounds at the 31. A flag down at her back. Has a long field and only a minute and a half to work with here before halftime.
And I was real interested to see how Penn State handles this minute and a half drill, to see if they would open up things a little bit for Rob Bolden.
After that short run by Green, they'll call a timeout here.
That was actually Houston, I think, that called the timeout. They want to get the ball back and try to score again. I mean, that's kind of the difference in philosophies here. I mean, Penn State, very conservative on offense, play really strong defense. Houston is already thinking about getting the ball back. They might not even get it back with about 45, 50 seconds, but that's all they need. They're going to force Penn State to try to get a first down and force their hand a little bit.
There's got to be some Houston fans out there that are wondering, where was this, when we played Southern Miss for, an opportunity to play in a BCS bowl game? That was just an entirely different team than what we're seeing today. Very flat.
Yeah, and we talked to the Houston coaches about it, and they said, look, every one of our good players played bad. Yeah. That just wasn't the right formula.
Second down and 8. Bolden will throw. Getting some pressure. Dropped it off short for Green. It was too high. It lands incomplete, and he took a shot to boot. Brown and Braswell bringing the pressure.
Sammy Brown coming off the edge, just beats the right tackle. It looked actually worse from up here than it did actually. Rob Bolden left his feet. That's when you make yourself very vulnerable as either a passer or as a ball carrier. Easily knocked down by Sammy Brown, who's had such a spectacular year at the outside linebacker position for Houston.
Well, this appears to be playing into Houston's plan here. If they can make a stop, they would get the ball back with plenty of time, certainly for Case Keenum and company. And now a Penn State timeout.
This will be a 30-second.
This time more traditional set.
Bolden comes back out of the shotgun. 3rd down and 8. 1:21 to go. Inside handoff to Green. And does get a nice run, but Nick Sines brings him down well short of the 1st down. So it's 4th down.
Timeout, Houston.
And Houston with
To see a guy in his last collegiate game have to leave with an injury.
Damian Payne is back to return this kick because Carrier's on the sideline. From the 32-yard line. Well, he's going to get nowhere. Damian Payne is wrestled down. No gain. A 49.
Says he watches it over and over just to remind him of how far he's come.
I would never want to see that thing again, to be honest, but whatever motivates you, I guess. He gets out to the 40 here on this play. Charles Sims the catch, a gain of 9. There you see Edwards. Really a great story. He walked onto this program, and now he's the career leader in touchdowns at Houston. He's got a good day going so far with 2 today. And now Justin Johnson making a catch. They're into plus territory with 35 seconds to go before halftime.
On Case Keenum, there was a little lull there for Houston's offense the past couple series, but then all of a sudden they have found their rhythm once again.
From the 35, wasting no time, a run just to mix it up. It's Charles Sims going ahead for about 3.
Now they've got to clock it.
20 seconds.
Penn State's taking their time getting up. Actually, a player down on the field. Wonder if that's a little strategy out there on behalf of.
Keenum already 380 yards passing. 10 seconds to play in the half. He's going to throw this one away to save a down here. They're going to have a 3rd and 7 now with 5 seconds to go.
Here's Devin Still, who's been relatively quiet. That time a nice swim move right in the middle of your screen, forcing Case Keenum to throw that ball away.
First team All-American Devin Still. And they're just going to go for it here as far as the field goal attempt on 3rd down. A 50-yard attempt for Hogan. This would be a career long. Kick is on the way, and it is no good.
He missed his last one. He hit